all about giving thanks for the abundance in our life. That's why the symbol of the cornucopia, that strange basket with all the fruit coming out of it, right? That little cone-shaped basket, that's a cornucopia. And that is a symbol of the abundance pouring out of the season of harvest, right? So that's why it's so successful this time of year, that symbol. So when we move from the vibration of Thanksgiving being in celebration with our families, families could be church, families could be community, could be a group of people going through a same tragedy, but they find purpose and similarity in Thanksgiving. And when you learn to live in gratitude and Thanksgiving, that's the key to the law of attraction. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing they didn't teach you, really, not very properly. I don't like that movie, I'll just say it. I don't like the movie, The Law of Attraction. The Secret, that's the movie. That one gets on my nerves. Let me tell you why. It's a very selfish movie. Did you see it? For all of us metaphysicians, we probably sensed it. The general public may not have gotten it, but we understood. I know my people did. What those other churches, my people. So what I'm saying is, they taught us, oh, if you put up a vision board and you put a car on it, you put a house in it, this gorgeous wife, woman, you're going to get it all because you're drawing it to you where you put your mind. That's not how it works. You've got to be grateful for what God gives you. You've got to be grateful for what is in your life already. Perfect example. The most perfect example, I hear it all the time, everywhere I go, finances. If you're not grateful for the finances that comes through your job, why would, and God's not a person on a throne, so God's not a person, don't get me wrong. Why would God be willing to release more money to you, more finances to you, better jobs to you, when you can't even appreciate what you've got? Right? Think about it. Why would the universe is actually a brilliant system, it's very neutral.
Yep.
There's no good and there's no bad. Mm-hmm. Humans create those conditions. In the same sense, there's no blessed and evil. Humans create those conditions. Everything simply is a part of the universe. Yes, it may be a chaotic universe. Yes, it may be a very life-supporting part of the universe. Black holes are what? Destructive, right? Suns can be... Remember that example you gave of a knife? You brought a knife to church one day. Mm-hmm. A cutting knife.
Yep.
And he gave this beautiful sermon, which was so appropriate, about how we use a thing, the purpose of a thing. It's all in the intent. And a sharp knife can be used to prepare my dinner. It can be used to kill and take life. So it can support life or it can take life. And the universe is exactly that, just like a knife. It can be used to support life or it can take life. The sun can support our life here, and in a flash it can take our life with the EM discharge, or whatever they call it. Sunburst. A black hole, it just takes life, in the sense that it breaks everything back down and returns it to the universe. And it's allowed because there has to be movement. Everything is movement in the universe. And so and when we talk about the law of attraction, some call it the law of magnetism. I guess you can call it that. But the law of attraction really is a universal law that says what we put out into the universe, what our frequency is, what our key is, what our thoughts are, is what we draw back to us. So if I'm putting out gratitude and I'm demonstrating to the universe that what you provide in my life, people, places, things, whatever, I'm grateful for that. The universe says, wow. It didn't say wow, but it says wow. And it recognizes that you're in gratitude to what it has already provided, and the system literally pours right back to you in abundance. It happens in my life constantly. This morning I woke up saying, thank you for my breath, thank you for my life, and I continued, and I said, so that I can serve my purpose for you to express more fully. And I thought, wow, that's interesting, where'd that come from? And I was in that little dreamy state. What I realized was I was allowing God to express incredibly fully. I opened up and just allowed the words to come out. I wasn't being selfish saying, oh, thank you for letting me wake up today and breathe. I was saying, thank you for letting me breathe and have life and purpose. I'm grateful for what you've done. Just allow me to serve divine purpose today, in whatever way that is. Those words came through. So when we stand in gratitude, the universe starts to bless us with opportunities. Remember probably 2 weeks ago, I did a sermon on being thankful even for the difficulty. Being thankful for the problems in your life, right? I was at an event of children, interestingly enough, teenagers. You wouldn't expect this comment to come out. And this one kid said, "I'm thankful for my haters." And I thought, all right, is this going to be a joke? Let's see, why do you say that? And he said, "Because it makes me who I am." And I thought, oh, you're a wise soul. You need to come to my church. You sound metaphysical. You don't even know it. He probably is metaphysical, very spiritually minded. You have wise soul. But that's really true. What that teenager said, I think he was like 13 or 14, everybody else kind of looked at him funny. And the adults looked at him funny, like, are you going to say something inappropriate? He was serious. He recognized at a young age how the difficulties in his life were basically lifting him up. They may have been seen by others as an obstacle, the family or the friends or the bullies or the people who wouldn't give him a job. Those may be seen as obstacles, but you push that obstacle into position, you can crawl up on it and you can stand above it. You can move on upwards and onwards, right? And so be grateful for what comes into our lives. Is the church stressful to me? Absolutely. This church wears me out. Do I love it? Absolutely, 100%. I've been doing it for 11 years, since the day I walked in, right, Glenn?
Absolutely.
I walked in, I think probably within 1 or 2 Sundays I was already volunteering doing, right? I was, because I was like, oh, I love this place. This is my home. Why did I bring that up? I don't know.
Stressful.
It was stressful. Oh, that's right, stressful. So I said, I love it because it's my purpose. I'm willing to put up with the burn. I'm willing to put up with the challenges, the late nights. I mean, poor Reverend Tim, I texted him at 10:30, 12:30 at night. He said, go to bed. I'm like, I can't help it. I got more ideas. And, oh, I have a new idea for this. No, we'll talk about it next week. Okay, before I forget, let me just text you so we don't forget. He said, go to bed. But you see, what person stays up late at night planning church? No one. Said no one ever. I do, but not anybody else. What I'm trying to explain is, there are so many things in life that get you down. And if it gets you down, but you can't find a way to get back up, you can't use it like a stool to stand higher or to move onwards from or to serve a purpose from, you need to get rid of it. You need to burn down that stool. You need to throw it away and find what's really going on in your life. Tony Robbins has a saying. Come on, Spirit, bring it to me. I know I just saw it. Basically, this is what, I can't think of what he said, but basically it's this: when everything goes to pot and life is very difficult and stressful, your job, your business, your community service, whatever it is, Tony will say, what could this really mean? And what he's talking about is metaphysics. He didn't tell that publicly. He's very famous, world famous. I haven't had an audience with him, but I've had an audience with his wife, and she's highly metaphysical. But he will say, what could this really mean? Why is this a hot mess? Why is my life very difficult and stressful right now? And what he's doing is he's trying to find the purpose that he can be grateful for in that fire. Let's just call it a fire. Yep. That's what he's doing. He's trying to dig through the muck and the mire, the briar patch, the thorns, the fire, everything, to figure out, why is this really going on? What is the purpose? How am I involved in this? How did I create this? Because nothing comes to us, this is the truth, nothing happens to us without our permission. Nothing. You can't make me feel bad unless I allow you to make me feel bad. So I can say, you're green jello. Well, that didn't hurt his feelings. Because he doesn't believe it. It's not true. It's not true in his spirit. But I can say some other things that would be incredibly hurtful to his spirit. Why? Because it rings true in his soul. Yep. Words are powerful. Why do you think the yogis say Om? Because they literally talk to the mind of God, if you will. Because they understand that Om is the cosmic vibration that created the universe. They understand that. Science is even proving it. Words are powerful. Words build universes, and words destroy universes. Those universes are us. When I say I love you or I hate you, I divorce you, I bless you, whatever. So when we find challenges in our life, do we bless that situation? Right? I lost my job recently, right? That was stressful. I'm a metaphysician. I'm supposed to, be rise above it. I wallowed in misery for a good 2 days. Then Spirit opened a door for me. It never would have been open if I'd had that job. Incredible opportunity. And I partook in the opportunity. And then I returned back infused with this energy to do other things with church, do great things with church. In the last couple of weeks, I've been fretting over this idea of a new revelation in my life, that my nursing career will probably, this will be interesting for us to see my journey. In 6 months, my nursing career may end. Because Spirit is opening new doors for me, spiritually. Very scary thought for someone who has poured their life into nursing. Poured. And let me tell you, I bought a few homes with all the money I spent on my nursing career. Right? It's over 6 figures easy. In all of my nursing careers, all my nursing trainings. That's a scary thought, but Spirit is opening a door. And I had lunch yesterday with someone who comes to our church, not often, but something told me to go to lunch with this woman yesterday. And I don't do that very often, I don't have the time. But I could feel something strange there, so I went. So I felt that pull. Even though, let's just say I honored that call of Spirit. And it turned into a 5-hour luncheon, which drove me crazy, because about 5 hours I'm like, look, I got church work to do. I gotta go help my people. It's driving me crazy. But from that conversation came the most amazing guidance from Spirit and answers. It literally was confirmation, everything I've been receiving in meditation for the last 2 weeks. It confirmed what I didn't want to say out loud. Because I thought maybe it's a little selfish of me. I don't know if I really want to vocalize this and call this into my manifestation. And she affirmed everything. And she had no clue what I'd been bringing into my awareness. And it really has to do with stepping into the ministry, public speaking, presence on a national level, broadcasting, everything. All of this kind of stuff. To build the new me. Not to let the nursing go, but to build the new me. And just trust in the process. And to be financially secure. I figured out a way. And it was all because of her and her life training. But I couldn't figure out how to make the money part go along with the spiritual part. And she took that, really it was a dagger in my heart. That fear of the money. She pulled it out, and she put her healing words on me, and she healed my spirit, and I'm no longer afraid. Beautiful. So when we have experiences where people are removed, jobs are removed, cars are removed, opportunities are removed, bless it. Because you remember Joel Osteen, he actually often says, these setbacks in your life are really the setups for greatness in your life. And I love that when he says that in his sermons. Because it's really true. The setback, you've got to plow a field. You have to destroy a field on the farm in order to plant the seeds of potential that will grow into the plants of your harvest. That's how it works. You got to spread a little BS too. You got to fertilize it. Right? You got beautiful stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. Yep. Beautiful stuff. You got to spread the beautiful stuff in the field.
Beautiful stuff.
And if you don't spread beautiful stuff in the field, your harvest isn't as beautiful. So if I'm not coming in here spreading beautiful stuff for you guys, saying I love you, you're just kind of like, Kevin showed up. Right, Reverend Tim?
I guess.
Right? I'm teasing. I'm sorry. I'm teasing him. But it's really true. We just have to walk in gratitude. No matter the difficulty in our life, the difficulty of this foot is embarrassing to hobble around in crutches oh Lord, I went to a dinner a few weeks ago in what do they call that? A walker.
Beautiful.
I don't know the word. A walker. I looked like an old man hobbling into this place, and I was surrounded by them. And it was so funny because they're like, "Wow, you pimped your walker there." That's nice. Like, yeah, I got it from a millennial. My walker actually had shiny ribbons on it. It was given to me, so I just left the ribbons on it from the baby. So they were teasing me about how pretty it was. So anyway, but you got to be grateful, right? I'm grateful that I had this because it forced me to slow down. It forced me to slow down and stay at home, sit on the couch, read some books, get caught up, to go on retreat, ministerial retreat with Reverend Tim. It allowed me to not work. I'm not allowed in the hospital with the gimpy foot. I'm a liability. So it forced me for five weeks to sit at home and just focus on me. What do I want? What do I want? What am I grateful for? And what can I do to serve really God, the universe, the spirit world that supports us through the giving channel of my church? What can I do? Teach more classes, start a broadcast ministry, go on radio shows and talk about the church and what we do here. Finish the CD we've been working on, 2 CDs we've been working on for 6 months. It's mastered. We got to put the finishing touches soon, promise. I'm hoping by in 4 weeks we'll have that done for you guys. So at least you can download it. And work on my book and all kinds of great things. You see, so things that slow you down, be grateful for, say thank you, and just recognize that the blessing is there in the soil because you come to church on Sundays. You are tilling the soil of your life, of your mind, of your consciousness by coming on Sunday mornings. And when you do that, what I do is plant a seed. I may shine a little light on it. I may spread a little emotion and water on it. But your job is to tend it and grow it. You're the soil. You're the substrate. You're that foundation for potential. Yeah. So my job is to shine a little light, spread a little BS, beautiful stuff, tell you I love you, and inspire you to do your great things, to grow your harvest, to find your purpose, your flavor of vegetables for your garden in life, right? Pull the weeds out. Be grateful for the weeds, because farmers will actually destroy the weeds and put it right back into the soil, because it's nourishment. So think of things that way. Everything is a blessing. Always say thank you. And I want to say this. I feel like it must be what's coming next week for a sermon. That Christ consciousness. You know, if you think about an acorn, the potential of that great oak tree, and thousands, I'm not kidding, tens of thousands of acorns, are potential inside one little acorn. The life of that great old oak tree that can live 100, 150 years, 200 years. And the hundreds of thousands of acorns that will be produced in the future for that one tree. Think of the same thing with us, all the potentials within inside of us. What can we create? Healing programs, singing programs, youth leadership programs, empires of making people feel beautiful inside and out. All kinds of things, you know. Somebody helping me with the ministry of our website. A website is a ministry. And so somebody's helping me in the second row. I won't point her out. But that is her gift. I'm telling you, that is the fertilizer that we need.
It's the beautiful stuff.
It's the beautiful stuff. And she's spreading it. She calls me constantly. I love it. Because I need a little motivation. But I just want to say thank you guys for what you do. And you make this garden really beautiful and kind. You make the Metaphysical Chapel special. I see what you post on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and stuff. And you guys are repeating things that I say. So what you're doing is you're bringing that vibration into the community. You're spreading the beautiful stuff out. Right? And so that's why we have new people walking through these doors, that we're here to bless and to guide and inspire the Kevins of our future. I need to be replaced. I can't do this the rest of the day. So we need more Kevins. So we need things like that. So I just want to say, going into the Christmas season, be thankful. Find the light of Christ within every single person, homeless or rich, successful, smart or not. Even if they're mentally challenged, they're drawing breath. They have purpose. They are the opportunity for your divine truth to come through, to receive. Beautiful. Souls are so wise, so old. Those souls, I will tell you this, Spirit says, souls who come in disabled bodies, damaged bodies, damaged minds. Those are the wisest, oldest, most advanced souls that have chosen the most difficult vehicle to come in this expression. That's what Spirit says. And because they can't do a lot, it's up to us to bring that expression of God through us back to them. They are there to receive, but they're also there to give you the opportunity to shine. That's why they exist. That's why they exist, to allow you to find your purpose through their challenge, their opportunity. They're beautiful souls. So find people to serve. I know you guys do, and I'm so proud of you. If you guys have enjoyed this message, it's touched your heart today, let's